Hi guys, welcome back. Here we are to learn how to download Python and install it for the first time. Of course, for different microcontrollers, you may already have Python pre-installed, but for practice, you can start with on your computer itself just to learn Python. For the first few lectures, we'll be learning how to use Python, how to start with the basics of Python, and then go on to interface with IoT. All right, now how do we start the installation process? Go on to your browser and just you can just write Python. You can go to this particular website called as python.org, python.org. Over here you have downloads. In downloads for Windows, you have something like Python. You can download the latest version for Windows, download Python 3.6.2. You can just click on it and just start, after it does the download, you have a few more documentation which is given for Linux and Mac OS too. You can just go to that. If you want Linux, you can just go to that and you can understand how this is done. And they have given you detailed documentation for the same. Say for example, you can just download the latest Python 3 release, and once you download the Python 3 release, you can over there you have something called as a readme, and you can just start off with it. It's not much of a deal. In Python 3.6.2, the moment for Windows, if you download Python 3.6.2, you get something like this on your desktop, where this is your exe file. When you click on the same, it tells you, okay, you can say run. When you run, you can say there will be an option for you. If you're installing for the first time, it says install, and you can start with the installation, allow the setup for a couple of times, and once you're done with that, Python 3.6.2 is installed. It doesn't take much of an effort to install it on Windows. So this is about the installation of Python. Coming on to, of course, I'm canceling it out because it says if do I want to modify, repair, or uninstall, which I do not want to do. Okay, and then how do I start off with Python? Okay, how do I start off with Python once I have my Python installed? How do I start off with it? Maybe you can just search for something on your computer. You can just write something called as an IDLE. An IDLE is the Python GUI that you can use for programming. So here you have the Python GUI that is called as idle. You can start programming over here in Python. It's as simple as that. Okay, with this we'll start with the programming from the next video on.